Good evening and welcome back to the World Series. It's the Rookies Cup round 4 as part of the GT Travel Career in 2025. So, second race in the Honda S660. Last week we were at Autopolis. Today it's the high-speed ring. All these mighty machines we are running in the first part of this championship. Speaking of the championship, the leaderboards, after 3 rounds, it's still B Racing leading. 60 points, that gap. P2 it's Plazi and P3 Ishmael. And still plenty of points up for grabs in this series. 50 for a race win, for example. So, yeah, still early doors in this championship. So yeah, the Honda at the high-speed ring. You will be impressed by the speeds this thing can do. Probably not really, but hey, that is the fun to drive on a high-speed track in a slow car. There's basically just one braking zone, and it's a not like a really heavy one. So you come around turn 1, turn 2, you lift a little bit usually for the bank turn. And then you go over the bridge into the chicane, and this is where you probably need to brake a little bit for weight transfer. You go through the S's into the tunnel again, and then final turn flat out, and starting the next lap. So also will be interesting to see how the slipstream affects those cars. Will you gain that much? Will you lose that much if you're not running in a slipstream train? Interesting, definitely to see. So yeah, just 2 minutes away from our qualifying session. As usual, it will be a 5-minute session for the qualifying, and then race number 1, 20 minutes. And we have a short break. And then we do race 2, again 20 minutes, but in reverse grid order. So that is the idea behind the Rookies Cup. So still 2 more drivers missing. Oh, look. Let's say hello to the drivers. We will be starting soon. Maybe Some drivers are still downloading the update today. I will give them 2 more minutes, then we will start the qualifying and they join later. Okay, here we go. Someone is joining the lobby. Richie! Let's see if he jumps into the right car. 710, no, I cannot start a party chat during my broadcast. But you're all old enough to create one. I guess it should be very simple. Do so. Here we go. River started a party, so you should be able to see that party, hopefully, for the drivers in the lobby. All right. Check. Richie, Honda. It is. All right. So then let's jump into the qualifying session. Good luck. So I'll bring up my information on the stream and then we are ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Let's jump into the spectate mode. And have a look at this qualifying session. 5 minutes. Who will go for a slipstream? Who will try to go for a clean lap? See some drivers on the track. River is leading the pack. Ewok, Neighbor, and I think we should have B racing. On track, Devo 710 Cat, Lazi das Banana Mobile, Inferno in his Zonda R, Stu, another yellow car. Richie, it's White Tiger in his Falcon livery, Trilancy, Black Seal, and Ishmael with a different approach to the qualifying all by himself. Alright, so we come through the chicane. Need to get a good run out of this turn. It's the speed you carry for most of the lap. For start of the next lap, very important as we go flat through the right kink into the final banked turn, and then we go into onboard. Here we go, taking the high line, 4th gear, 150 kph. 5th gear, and now it's go, go, go. Let's see. Yeah, Charles behind. Don't think that Neighbor has the slipstream. River trying to break that toe or minimize the distance. Also, you can take different lines through the first turn. I guess starting high, going low, or just staying low. Could also think using that inside curb, maybe to minimize the travel distance even more. So into the notorious turn number 2 at the high speed ring. Let's at the after the 50 a little lift, I guess. taking the high line. And here we go, nice run through that bank turn. So over the bridge we go into the right-left chicane on the 50. It is this, 50% braking. Oh, downshifting into fourth gear as well. It is early on the power again. Doing a little bit of a flip right to left. You have to stay on the power for that one, and then again minimize the travel distance. First timed lap crosses the line with a 1 minute 39:40, 41. Oh, it's a long way. 42. A neighbor, it's a little bit quicker. Devo Lazi taking provisional pole by not by much. That is for sure. Lazi, Ney, 1-2 Inferno, P3, River, P4. Look at those gaps. Devo in P5, White Tiger P6, 7-10 in P8, Richie, 9th, B Racing in P10, but has a nice little slipstream now. The championship leader, Trilancy in P11, Black Seal, Stu, and Evoke. We'll stay with the leaders. You see a little bit of slipstream mind games going on, definitely. Let's see what B Racing can do. See the weight transfer. Still should have a nice little toe coming through the tunnel, the penalty zone. Probably we won't see any penalties. He's improving 1.2, not quite purple, or maybe with a good run through the final turn, taking the low line, carrying the speed. Will they go side by side? No? Maybe he gets a little bit of a bump. Wait for the River finish that qualifying session. Here comes B Racing, jumps on pole position with a mighty slip on that final stretch. So whoa, that was close between B Racing and Lazi. Neighbor in P3, Inferno stays in P4, Alex River in P5. Look at those close gaps between the drivers. Stu then in 6th, with Lancy P7, Devo in P8, and that is qualifying. All right. So we grab screenshots with me. So here we go. What I want to do. One. Option. So close qualifying as expected. This track with not many braking zones. A short break before we start that race. Got that saved. So we have a short break. Okay. Where's that nice little, that was a close one or whatever. That was a close. We are starting soon. Good luck and have a good race. I hope the drivers are ready for 20 minutes of racing action here at the high-speed ring in the Honda S660. And just looking at 14 drivers competing for race number 1. Maybe we get 15th driver for the second race as well. But here we go. We're gonna start race number 1. And in a second. Good luck, everyone. Let's go. Grid start. And go. Okay, that is correct. So, the two championship leaders, P1, P2 for this race. The front row, we see the lights 4, 5, and it's green, and we are off. The race is 20 minutes. A good start for B Racing. Blasi already tucks it behind to use that slip. Nay in P3 and further, so it's a long run until the first braking zone. A little bit of a lift for that turn 2. See River Inferno with a good start in that slip, so B Racing leading, Blasi in P2, Nay in 3, River 4, Inferno P5, Stu in P6, Trelancy, Devo, Richie, White Tiger, Ishmael, Evok, 710 and Black Seal. First time they're approaching the turn 2, high line versus low line, and we go through without any drama so far. B Racing keeps the lead. Blasi in P2, a little gap to Mayweather, already fighting with the River, ready into the braking zone. The chicane, River around the outside in his white car and gets that position probably, but that gap opens up. Already takes a tight line through that chicane, but gets the run 2, 3 tenths, just that gap to the first two. Then Nay in P4, Stu in 5th with Devo right behind out of the tunnel. They come, the two yellow GCR cars in P5 and P6, Richie in P7, White Tiger close behind in 8th, Trelancy, P9, Ishmael in P10 for now. Inferno dropped down to P11 for now, still with the slip, so but lost a little bit of momentum coming out of the tunnel. Probably loses that position to Evok. 710 and Black Seal still under 5 seconds between P1 and P14 for now. Let's see. Okay, P1, P2 not working together. Blasi going for the run into the first turn, while we have the River Ruckus slipstream train blasting through with Mayweather bump crafting him, so getting closer. Maybe they get the run on B Racing. Yeah, going up. Will they go side by side now, or River trying to use B Racing's slipstream? Blasi leading that one, B Racing in P2, River on the outside. Again, we go into the bank to turn number 2. Around the outside, a little bit of livery scratches on that wall. Be careful, excessive wall riding will be penalized. And look at that, we have like 4, 5, 6, 7 cars into that chicane, 2 by 3 situations. Does it work? It looks like it is okay. Ishmael up to P7 with a great run, dropped down to P10, so it was just a brief moment but this is the insanity. 4 or 5 cars coming out tunnel again. Who gets the better run? Neighbor was a bit slow, not the best run, probably through the chicane. Ishmael 1 second the gap to reach already, might be losing that slipstream now. What about the top runner? So we have Blasi, B Racing and River, the top 3, 1 second gap to Trilensi with Stu, White Tiger and Davo. We have a TCR drivers all over Trilensi. By the looks, yeah, it's Stu, White Tiger and Davo. A big sandwich. And Richie also at the back of this 5-car crew. Then Ishmael probably outside of the slip for now. Ewok in P10, Inferno P11, 710 in P12. Neighbor recovers from that poor run. Maybe there was a penalty, I don't know, didn't catch that. And Black Seal in P12 taking the white flag. Oh, a yellow flag for White Tiger. What happened to White Tiger? Unlucky moment for White Tiger. The 2 TCR teammates, not the best run through turn 2, and White Tiger was the victim. Unfortunate, couldn't escape it. Was all the way down to P14 for White Tiger. Is there opportunity to recover? We'll see the top 3. Now they've opened up a gap. Blasi, B-Racing and River. 2.45 seconds roughly that gap to Richie, who is now leading the TCR train with Stu and Devo. Trilensi hanging there in P7. Ishmael not completely out of that slipstream, but he probably needs to get some help from the cars behind him. Maybe they can close that gap and then form the next chase crew with a little bit of bump jumping to increase the top end for those drivers. But it looks like Inferno has different plans, goes around the outside, so this is not really helping Ishmael to get a nice little bump. Gap stays fairly the same. Neighbor with a good run, bumps 710 gap just before the chicane. They go side by side through that chicane and into the tunnel section once again at the top. And the sharp end of this grid is still Blasi, B-Racing and River. The 3 drivers, they have opened up a big gap already. Look at that, nearly 4 seconds. That gap to Richie is, I think they are already fighting for positions. The top 3 with the podium, then the rest of the grid. Richie still keeping that lead. The 2 yellow TCR cars, Stu and Davo, P5 and P6. Now they're getting into the slipstream again. A little bit of bump now happening. Trilensi in P7. Ishmael in P8 is back with the slipstream. Looks like Inferno as well could maybe, yeah, 1 second. Now he's losing bit by bit. Here's a not that big slipstream, definitely. Ewok and Nate, they can work together. The same goes for 710, who's at the back of this 3-way crew. Then Black Seal 3.8 seconds, and White Tiger after. Whoops, where's White Tiger? Here's White Tiger after that unlucky moment. So he racing into the lead again. But Maybe they're just swapping positions, trying to maximize their gap so they can focus on the race win later on. Top 3, let's have a look. 3.6. It didn't really gain that much on that last lap. It looks like that Richie, Devo and Stu working together now a bit more, but taking different lines through the final turn. High line versus low line. That's the question, where can you carry more speed? They're close again on that long straight. There, but we see River into the lead again. So they, maybe the lead group is thinking like, okay, we need one guy to slingshot past and then the others to bump draft. This could maybe be the quickest way to run, just like in cycling. Maybe that is the goal for now. 4 seconds a gap to Richie, Devo and Stu. Trulenzi still close, and Ishmael in P8 might go for a move into the chicane. You see, we go on the high line. Both of the drivers, we saw a little bit of sparks flying again. This is not ideal for the run. Definitely you lose a bit of speed when you touch that wall. And here we go, Ishmael with the run alongside into the chicane we go. And we are still side by side, a bit too deep for Trulenzi probably. Ishmael taking the wide line, maybe focusing on the exit for the run on to the straight. He's still close, might have a good run now, closing the gap already, and could slingshot past Trulenzi and moves right into the slipstream of Stu. This would be like the ideal scenario. Let's see, do we get a bump trap or the slingshot? Thinking there was a little bit of a bump. For now, it was maybe more beneficial. Inferno lost that bit now, but again found a different group with Neighbor and Evok, the 2-3, and they have gapped 7-10, Cap in P12, Black Seal in P13, Outer Slip, and White Tiger all by himself at this stage. Oh, that side by side, no, just before turn 2, Blasi into the lead, River P2, E-Rex in P3, and Richie and Devo, they seem to have formed an alliance between CLR and TCR. Stu with that gap now. Stu, Ishmael and Trulenzi now. The next chase group in this one. Ishmael back with Stu, definitely. What's the gap between Stu and Devo? 1.4, 1.5. So they need to have a good run to close that gap. With a 3 versus 2, they should have the advantage if the 3 work together against just the 2 of the drivers. Inferno and Ney, they seem to be closing that gap also to P8 with 8 minutes to go. Just need to get that consistent good run, and then we close on the long straight, grab some of the slipstream. Ishmael very close now. The gap to Devo 1.6, so they lost a little bit through the chicane and the tunnel. Can they bring it back together? Looks like Devo and Richie, they're working together. 3.7, that gap not losing that much to the leaders with just over 7 minutes to go. Still the top 3 not really fighting. They also looks like they found a way to work together at the front. River, Blasi and B Racing, everyone seems to be leading or was leading at some point of that race. So it will probably come down to the final lap of that race between the top three. And Richie and Davo don't think they're really fighting. Richie with a wide line. Did that cost? Yeah, 1/2 already. Might need some help from Davo. And here's also Stu and Ishmael. Trulenzi also staying with those two. What's the gap? Roughly 2 seconds. So Ishmael trying to push Stu closer to Richie and Davo. Then Inferno and Ney, they couldn't close that gap. Whoa, 2.4, 2.5. Ney Brother in P10, trying to push Inferno. Evoke all by himself, 710 all by himself, Black Seal. And White Tiger catching Black Seal though. Maybe that's the target for White Tiger. Oh, don't exit. So this time B-Racing is leading this group. And Lardy going a different route here, not going for the slipstream river into P1, but misjudged that turn 2. Luckily there is no damage enabled for this. The series just lost a big chunk of time, half a second already. Was this the crucial mistake for River Rickus for the top 2? And it's 4:10. He goes for a tight line, tries to get into that slipstream and got it. So he's still in that fight for the lead. Richie and Davo still running P4, P5. That gap to Stu, 2.5 seconds, not really coming down. And Stu, Ishmael and Trulenzi probably just fighting for P6, 7 and 8, but there was a massive gain for Neighbor and Inferno. Over 2 seconds to now, probably within the slipstream range. Maybe they can catch up final 5 minutes of this race. We see Richie and Davo. It's a little bit of bump drafting going on. 3.8 to River. River is back. Yeah, pushes Plazi into the lead, and B-Racing drops down to P3 once again. So they're still not too concerned about swapping the positions. They know if they can stay within that slipstream, it is all good. All good. Just have to wait for that perfect opportunity. And where's that opportunity? They think everyone now knows where to go for a move. Everyone was leading, everyone was second and third in this group. So they have pretty good impression what to do, I guess, for the final lap when it comes down to the line, probably. Richie tried everything, understeers a little bit into the chicane, but pushing the car. Davo now on the edge of losing that contact. Still have Stu, Ishmael and Trulenzi, and Neighbor is back with this group. So we have Stu, Ishmael, Trulenzi, Neighbor and Inferno. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So 3 minutes, that's 2 more laps to go in this first race. A very tactical race, I guess, if you have like a group with slipstream. And here we go. Plazi trying to break away now, probably in ultimate lap. Be racing on the inside into P2, but is all by himself. River uses that slipstream. The high line in the end, and will probably carry more speed. Be racing briefly into the lead with the low line. Plazi staying high, so this is very, very interesting to see. The high line, you have more speed later on, but with the low line, you minimize the travel distance. Richie and Devo, they gained a little bit on the top 3, but not enough for now. And here we go, we have 2, Trelancy, Ishmael, May, and Inferno. Ishmael on the inside versus Trelancy. Ishmael got that position for now with a little gap to Stu, 6th, 7th, 10th. So Stu might be lucky and keep that P6 while the other 4 drivers are fighting for position. So top group coming through the final turn for the penultimate time. And here we go. 1 minute, probably under 1 minute when they cross the line. It's a River with the early move out of the scene. And it's the final lap. Who will take the victory in this first race? River has the run, probably gets some help from Plasny on the low line. No B-racing. It tucks in between the 2 drivers. So River now in the lead. Can he stay in the lead? That's the question. Richie and Devo, nothing separates those 2. Still we go to the lead group. Of course, we don't want to miss anything. Now Plasny with the run, looking E-racing with the run, going for the low line versus River, and Plasny on the high line. A little bit of wall contact, so they're heading 2 wide, 3 wide maybe into the chicane. Plasny on the outside has the run, should keep that position. Now looks with a mighty run into the chicane. Can he keep that position for now? Be racing in P2, River Rickus in P3. We go into chase cam at action. The car understeers a little bit, so who's got the best run? Plasny all by himself in that gap. Let's go. This was the camera I was looking for. So will this be enough? He goes in the middle of the turn, minimizing the distance. Upshift to 5th gear. Was that the crucial upshift? Maybe. It is so close. River B-racing, they're going 3 wide. It's a run to the line. Who will get it? Is it Plasny? Is it River? Is it B-racing? It is Plasny. I think Plasny just got it. River P2. What a finish it was. Richie P5. Devo in P4. Ishmael finished this race in P6. Dewey, Trelancy, Inferno. Nay there was something happened. Contact maybe. Nay dropped down to P10. Ewok P11. 7-10 in P12. Oh, look at that lag when they crossed the line. White Tiger P13. P14 got jumped high like seal, while 316 it over on that start finish line. Alright, so what a probably one of the closest finishes ever. Just take the screenshots. We need that for the second race, of course. Crap that. Well. Okay, so that's saved. Nice. Cool. So, and let's go to race number 2. Settings. Reverse grid it will be. Ishmael, yeah, that's consistency. E6, you're the new Super GT, yeah, exactly. Steve, it is. We knew it. We knew it all the way. He left the room. That is no bueno. But I will start to sit the crit order. Either way. Richie. Evo. Racing P3. Blasivovic at back. We wait for White Tiger and Brother to join and again. Then we are good to go for the second race. Hey brother, you okay? Mr. White Tiger, please take in. Thank you, sir. We'll get that pole position for race number 2. Sonic, wrong series, no safety car, no damage. Right, we're starting soon for race number 2. Yeah, I think the slowest safety car would be quicker than those Hondas. Yeah, probably. Pretty sure about that. But yeah, so everyone is checked in. And let's go. Race number 2. It's underway any second. Good luck, have fun, and may the slipstream be with you. Dum dum. Let's go. 20 minutes. Reverse grid action. High speed ranking. Who gets the best start? Who will lead the pack into the first 2 turns where there's no braking involved? We will find out any second now. We see the red lights. And it's go, go, go! We are off. Someone with a bad start, I think it's Trelancy. False start maybe, I don't know. White Tiger might keep that P1. Looks like, yeah, Black Seal. P2 for now, Evoque in P3, and then we should see like single file line of stern going into the first turn. No, 710 Pep decides to go for the high line. He might be left dying on the outside all alone, loses 2-3 position, immediately not getting that slipstream early. The P6 it is for 710 cap, Stu in P8, Ishmael P8, Stu in P7, Richie 9, Devo, River, E-Racing Blasi, Ovic and Trulancy with that poor start so into the first time turn 2. It looks a bit laggy. This time someone died. That looked like a massive lag. Let's see again, someone died. What happened? Definitely contact between the two cars, and then unfortunately that's the end of the race for Ishmael. So back to the racing action. White Tiger with a 1 second gap, but he's all by himself, so he will probably be caught up very soon. Inferno, Stu, Laxiel, 710 cap, Davo. It's not like one train at the moment, two columns of slipstream trains are forming. But now see if this settles into one big slipstream train would be more beneficial for everyone, I guess. Davo P8, Mayweather P9, Blasi P10, E-Racing P11, Trulancy 12, Ovic and Evoke at the back of the grid. White Tiger versus Purple in lap 2, aka 710 cap, with a good run out of that turn 2. Close the gap. River with a mighty run already started towards the back of the grid, already up to P3. Blasi in P5 and Davo 7, B-Racing P8. B-Racing not able to make up that many positions compared to River and Blasi, so they are moving very early through that grid. White Tiger, 710, River, Stu, Blasi still all very close. Richie also, it's right in this slipstream train. This again running close to Davo. Then it's B-Racing and Inferno. Inferno looking, no, decides to go for a bump instead in P9. And Trulancy still there, Neighbor as well, P11, E12, Black Seal with them. Ovic loses probably that slipstream now. Evoke is already out of it. And River in through the lead. And White Tiger takes the narrow line, loses 2 positions by the looks. Stu, White Tiger is 710 cap around the outside. White Tiger keeps that P3. But River Ruckus into the lead. There's Blasi in P5. Close behind 710 cap and the Davo Richie. Davo got past Richie this time, so roads reversed. And B-Racing in P8. Where to look? Let's go with mid-pack action. See, 710 has the run. Blasi still behind. And that gap could open up to the leaders. 1.2 to River at the moment. Davo a bit high. Nearly went to visit Barry. And this is not a friendly barrier. You lose so much time. You're glued to that one. But this is now close. And you see now the slipstream, definitely with 4 or 5 cars behind. Will he get a bump? No, the going for, now they're going for a bump through that turn, and they gained all the time towards the leaders again. So River unable to break away. Look at that, 6, 7, 8 cars, 3 wide. We go into turn 2. It's White Tiger on the inside, Stu on the outside, and River in the middle lost some momentum. So White Tiger into the lead. River P2 around the outside is Stu. Whoa, a bit of again scratching livery time. 710 got the not the best out of it. He loses massively. So we'll have a look at this situation once again. So he's on the outside, Richie on the inside, and then it was a bit tight for 2 cars, with 710 kept being sent into the wall. Inferno also left the lobby, down to 13 drivers. It's a bit of maybe a mental race, I don't know. So White Tiger leading, River P2, Stu in P3, Blasi P4, and Richie P5, and E-Racing with the run. Got the slipstream probably. Yeah, and Richie, no slipstream, has to tuck in behind E-Racing. Richie and Davo, they're having another close race, and at the front again we have twice 2 wide situations, White Tiger and River, and we have Blasi and Stu. Blasi with a mighty run gives River a nice little tap, and they blast past into 1 and 2 by the looks now. White Tiger is still there on the outside, but it's close. So River has track position for now. Into turn 2 we go. White Tiger on the outside. We see again people hitting the walls a little bit, losing momentum. White Tiger with the run stays in P2. Blasi in P3. E-Racing move up to P4. Ridley in 5th. Stu and Davo, the 2 yellow TCR drivers, P6 and P7. Trilensi and 710. P8, P9. Black Seal in P10, 2 seconds that gap. Neighbor in P11. Ovich is back with that crew at slipstream, and Ewok unfortunately no slipstream left for the British driver, and River trying to go for a run. 8 tenths, that gap, a little gap is there. White Tiger, Blasi, E-Racing, they need to work together to catch River Ruckus now. They should be able to do that, because now they can bump jump, and this is exactly what's happening. River trying to break that toe, going on the inside line, but you see he stands no chance against a group of cars working together with this, and just like that, that gap is gone. So River, White Tiger, Blasi, E-Racing, Richie, Stu, Davo, also Trilensi, 710. It's still doable. Under 3 seconds for the top 9 drivers. So as long as you stay in that slipstream, everything is possible in this race. Black Seal and Ovich, P10, P11. Mayweather with a 1 second penalty. What happened? Again, dropped down to P12 for now. Back to the lead crew. River, White Tiger, Blasi, E-Racing, a bit sideways, but carries the speed probably. Top 5 really close, a little gap to Stu now, so maybe the top 5 can break away now. 1.2 seconds, 1.1 roughly. So if they're not fighting and bump drafting each other, they might open up that gap. Now, do they realize, does Richie realize this is the opportunity for the top 5? They're going side by side though. This is not ideal for pace. They're still, I think, flat out it is, but maybe not the best speed. Still, it is okay. Blasi, without any slipstream, goes from P2 down to P4, maybe P5 after the end of the trade. Yeah, Richie is bumping E-Racing, so And this is probably not that ideal for Blasi at least. So he needs to find the end of that group. Again, 1.4, 1.5. So Stu and Davo, they're still in it. Same goes for Valenci and 710 cap. Ovic and Black Seal group, and then we have Evok and Neighbor served that penalty on second 2.6 now. Again, massive movement at the front. B racing into the lead. Richie lost some momentum. Also River Rukus lost some positions. White Tiger as well. So what happened? They went 2 wide, 3 wide maybe into that turn, and then lost the rear a little bit. And then the spectate mode goes funky again. So didn't want to show me what actually happened. But distortion everywhere. It's still close. So no one got really gapped. So P Racing leading this race now. Richie in P2, Blasi in third, River in P4, Stu, Davo P6, Julancy and 710. So 8 drivers. We are missing one driver disconnected though. We are down to 12. Who are we missing? I think White Tiger is not with us anymore. Yeah, White Tiger disconnected or whatever. So he's out of that fight. Bit of a last driver stand. I don't know. Started with 15, down to 12 at the moment. Richie leading, B Racing on the inside. Gets that lead back on the inside line. Blasi and River. And there's a 1.4 second gap to Stu, and not getting the massive help from Davo this time, so that gap could go up. We'll see the top form. B Racing, River, Richie and Blasi. Stu and Davo. Trulenzi is back a little gap to 710. Now in P8. What about Ovic and Black Seal P9 and P10? Next to each other. Evok and Neighbor all by himself. That's might be some very long 7 minutes of racing for Neighbor at the back of the grid. But at the sharp end, this is where it gets spicy once again. River with the run, taking the lead, probably has the inside line, the shorter distance, definitely to move his car in front probably, but be racing with a great run. Here comes Richie. Will he make it 3 wide? Yes, he will. He's just wants to have a race. He could have bumped River, I guess. So we have now River, Richie, Train, and Blasi, and B Racing all by himself. So they're side by side. Richie on the inside. B Racing tries to get that slip, and he gets that. So the top 4 again comes down to those 4 drivers. Maybe the gap to Stu and Davo 1.6. That is too much for now. I think Stu, Davo and Trulenzi, they just work together would be my advice. Maybe there's something brewing at the top. One little mistake and you might get into that slipstream. River, Richie 1, 2, Blasi P3, B Racing P4 1.2. Okay, so Stu and Trulenzi, they gained a little bit with that run. Let's take up 1 second. They had a good run, so maybe we are back to 5, 6, 7 drivers fighting for the lead. Under 5 minutes to go. The 710 cap is out of that slipstream, unfortunately. Lost the contact. Ovic and Black Seal is still close to each other. And here we go once again through the final turn. Richie with the run. Nice little tap early to maximize the speed. Blasby in third, he's racing down to P4 currently, 1.5 seconds. We have the next group with 3 cars. They are slipstreaming, bump drafting, towing each other, trying to catch the top 4, the lead group. They couldn't carry that momentum out of the final turn, but it looks losing a little bit. Ovic and Black Seal still very close. Evoke all by himself, and Nick Butter all by himself. Yeah. Under 4 minutes to go. See sparks everywhere. That is now, I think, very close to that famous wall ride we don't want to see. Actually, at 1.3 gained a little bit with the speed. And River staying in the lead for now. I think mind games have already started now between the top 3, top 4. Maybe Richie is like the odd man out here. Be racing Blasby and River all at the top of the leaderboards. Richie as a reserve driver, just having a little bit of fun today. Going for a race win maybe, under 3 minutes to go. So we will be starting the penultimate lap of race number 2 right now. So 4 drivers, 2 seconds. The gap now to the chase group, Stu, Devo and Trelenzi. But they couldn't catch the top 4 on that penultimate lap. 7:10 now cruising home in P8, Ovic and Black Seal. Hey camera, what's going on? Don't show me like the scenery, show me the cars somewhere. Hey, here we go. Thank you for that. So Ovic and Black Seal P9 and P10. And Evoke and Neighbor all by themselves. So now it's heating up. Definitely purple it is for River as well, with a good run. No, decision time. B Racing lost a little bit there, 1 second that gap, so he might be out for the podium spots now all by himself. Even if it gets unlucky, the group with Stu, Devo and Trelenzi could catch B-Racing. Now, it's still 2 seconds, but I think it is a 3-way battle for the win. River, Ruckus, Richie and Blasby. Final turn for the penultimate time. River with the run, Richie is close. Blasby as well, 1.1 seconds the gap to B-Racing in P4, so don't think he can join this fight for the win. Again, we go with roughly a minute to go. Start the final lap of the race, 1 minute exactly. Be racing with 1.4 seconds now. Stu, Devo and Trelenzi 2.3. They're not catching. I think B Racing should be safe to keep that at P3. Now here we go, Blasby with the run, inside line. River and Richie seem to be working together. No, Richie is undecided. Which draft should he use? He goes for River's draft. And a good run for River and Richie. 3/10 that gap to Blasby, probably too far behind to send it into the chicane. Just stay close now. Big slide for Richie that could lose him some momentum. The same for River, goes a bit too deep into the turn, sacrifices definitely some exit speed. Again, it will be a run to the line for those 3 drivers. It could be Blasby in the end as the best slipstream for now. What's the gap? E-Racing 1.6. Yeah, he should keep that P4. But the battle for P1 now again. Final turn, inside line for Richie. Goes for the early run. Was it too early? Maybe. We don't know. Definitely uses the shorter distance travel distance, and what a run Richie had. Look at that. He should be able to hit that 310. It will be close. The slipstream is helping River and Richie across the line, and it's Richie, River and Blasi. Racing P4, and then a photo finish to Davo and Trelenzi P6, 7. Not drivers. 7-time cup in P8, and then Ovic finishes in P9, Black Seal in 10th, and then we have Evok, a neighbor caught up with Evok, and it will be also a run to the line photo finish. Who gets the better run? Is it neighbor? Just woo! That's the end of race number 2. Time flies, really. So we're gonna save that replay and bring up our race results. Make screenshots as usual. And then go to screen. Have a look at the race result. So Richie wins race number 2. River was another P2, and Blasi P3 B racing in P4 with the fastest lap. That's some valid extra points for B racing. And Stu and Davo, they have the same finishing time. Look at that. Look at that. So why is Stu ahead of Davo? I don't know. The game decides. Stu finishes in P5 and Davo P6. But yeah, that's the same gap to the leaders. Insane. Trelenzi in P7. 710 cap was running with those top 7 for a long time, and then lost the contact to this group at some point. And the end, you have 10 seconds to the leaders, 6 seconds to the other drivers. Ovic and Black Seal, they had a close race in this second one, P9 and P10. Neighbor and Evok were like photo finish, and we had 3 DNFs for today: Ishmael, White Tiger, and Inferno. Alright, so that's it for round 4. Next week, round 5, we will switch cars again. It will be the Fiat/Abarth 500, and we go to Italy. Lego Maggiore it will be for round number 5. And also next week on Monday we have TEC. It is Dragon Trail Gardens in reverse with some rain. Spicy. And on Wednesday it's round 4 of the Yang Tank series, where we head to the Deep Forest Raceway. Right. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in a next stream very soon. Take care. Yippee-ki-yay, and see you soon. Bye bye.